are me, and I am you, and we are one. 3, start.
And blessed to be here. Hazel, I want to thank you especially for encouraging me to come back. I just can't imagine. It has opened up a space that has been so transforming, so healing, giving me so much of hope. And it's been such a rich experience this whole weekend with all of you facilitating, each in your own gentle way, sensitive. What I appreciated was the fact that you were our resource persons and yet not. You made yourselves vulnerable to us too. And it opened up another world for me. And I want to thank you that you have given me so much hope, that with this hope I can go now and look at hope even in families, in youngsters, giving them this hope to move on. The process you took us was very, very deep, and I go home with looking forward to more spaces being opened up to.
There's so much to say, and I've learned so much from every single one of you, and so all I want to know is that as I go on this 3-month journey of India and home to South Africa, you will all be right here in my heart.
One thing that struck me, and many of the participants mentioned, the whole gentle approach of the facilitators, because it is like surgery, which is painful, but very gentle surgery with a deep respect for the person, because we are dealing with wounds that are there, for years, perhaps centuries,
yes,
which are surfacing.
Yes.
And several people mentioned, and that was my experience too, the gentleness of the facilitators, something really remarkable.
I want to thank everyone over here. The sharing that you all have done, the silence that you all have given, the listening that you all have given has been very facilitative for me. And I'm feeling very overwhelmed right now because I am so joyous for this work that is happening. And I'm really thankful to you, Will, to you, Cynthia, Karambu, Judy, Shah, all of you all. It's just so wonderful. I know I've discovered 2 things. I've discovered my calling, this work is my calling, and I have discovered my hair. Thanks.
I began with saying I don't know why I'm here, but I'm meant to be here. And I think the longest time, I think the fear of pain caused me more pain than the pain itself. And I think the most beautiful thing in just simply listening to the pain of another, you can heal. It heals and releases something within you. And it is staying with that chaos, which has been, I think, possibly my biggest learning. And it is as much, it is what was created in the doing, but it was your being that really created what was and what is.
Interesting, and the most powerful thing was there was no coercion whatsoever. There was no sense of that, oh, you have to disclose. There's no movement. The structure was eventually for disclosure, so that one can deal and rework it by just watching oneself and the other. but there was no pressure to disclose, and that was the most beautiful thing about it.
Beautiful. And do you think this work has relevance for India? Do you think there would be interest in this kind of work in India?
I think there is an extraordinary need, and there has been work before in India with gender and with sexuality, but it has been fragmented. The time has come now to make it very integrated. We have the prevalence of the divine feminine here, and nowhere in the world the feminine is celebrated at a divine level as it in India. But as much as it is celebrated, at a spiritual, metaphysical level, the denigration of women is extreme. So here's a country, the paradox is that goddesses are worshipped, but it's also the place where female infanticide exists like nowhere else.
And I also want to thank my brothers. I have been listening so much to women all the time. For 22 years I have been listening to women's voice. Yeah, it's true. And today, when I was listening to the voice of men, I realized how much I've been missing out.
So to certainly bring about in the minds of men and women that, if you do not bring the male and the female to work with each other, you will eventually destroy each other, which I think this is a very clear message of gender reconciliation work.
As a Jesuit priest, what role do you see sort of religious leaders, such as yourself and others, potentially playing in this healing work between women and men? It seems like there might be a particular role that clergy could play.
Yeah, so I think the clergy could play a very pioneering role, because it's so important for religion itself, for the liberation of religion, because so much of religion in all religions has been very male dominated. So we religious leaders need to be liberated from our male domination. I know many priests, my own personal experience, who would like to be liberated, but we don't have a methodology to do that.
Do you think this work could contribute to that in some way?
Oh, it would be tremendous, it would offer a major breakthrough, this type of work.